Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. I'm actually recording this video from the village, and I hope to be back tomorrow after the burial of my cousin. And yesterday, Raila Odinga was in Vihiga County, and I paid very close attention to the speech by Raila Odinga. And that speech by Raila Odinga should actually worry William Ruto and his brigades. What is Raila Odinga up to? Is Raila Odinga planning to run for 2027 presidency? And what will that mean for William Ruto's re-election bid? Let us listen to Raila Odinga very briefly, because the speech in Vihiga yesterday is going to form the basis of this analysis.
Lakini mpira kikwisha, watu wanafanya nini? Tunashiramena, sio? Hiyo ndio tunataka. Tunataka mfanye vizuri, ODM iweze kushinda uchaguzi. Sawa sawa? Kwanza mashinani hapa chini, MCA ni ODM. MCA ODM. Mbunge ODM. Women rep ODM. Senator ODM. Governor ODM. Rais ODM. Wangapi wanasema namna hiyo? Mungu awabariki sana. Nataka chama chetu iwe na demokrasia. Tunataka vijana waingie ndani ya chama. Vijana mko tayari? Nataka vijana washike hatamu ya utawala katika chama chetu, ili uchaguzi ikija, ili ya 2027 ODM mikake Mungu na kwenda chama mbada ndio serikali. Mko tayari? Mtaka kuunda serikali?
That's Raila Odinga. And two things are now very clear. Number one, Raila Odinga is clearly reactivating his ODM party. He's already conducting party elections across the country. And Raila Odinga is also moving across the country in the name of homecoming. He was in Homa Bay, Vihiga. The next step, or the next stop is going to be in Kisii County, and then another place. The second thing, which is also very clear, is that Raila Odinga is actually leaving his options for 2027 open. That's why he's campaigning for AU, and Raila Odinga is also still keeping tab on Kenyan politics. But I want us to focus on Raila Odinga's speech in Vihiga yesterday. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, I want you guys to take a second or two, click the subscribe button, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to try and understand Raila Odinga's speech yesterday in Vihiga. And I want us to ask several questions about that particular speech. The first question which I want us to ask is, what is Raila Odinga's game plan for 2027? The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga has very limited options in 2027. And I want to narrow those options into three. The first option is that Raila Odinga might actually decide to support William Ruto. And the question is, what will be the deal? Is Raila Odinga going to nominate? Because already we know there's a broad-based government, and Raila Odinga's allies are already serving in that cabinet. So the question is, in case Raila Odinga were to agree to support William Ruto, which of course is a possibility, what is going to be Raila Odinga's take in that government? What will be in for him? Is he going to produce a running mate? Because, of course, right now, William Ruto's re-election bid is actually pegged on Raila Odinga's support base because the mountain is already gone. So the first option is to support William Ruto, which I see as the biggest plan for Raila Odinga. The second one is for Raila Odinga himself to run for the presidency in 2027. And of course, Raila Odinga's allies are really pushing for Raila Odinga to run for the presidency in 2027. Let me ask you this question. If Raila Odinga were to run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in 2027, can you vote for him? Can you vote for Raila Odinga? Especially after the what we are calling the Gen Z factor. Can you vote for Raila Odinga in 2027? Can you? I want to ask those who voted for Raila Odinga because that's another option. I've talked to so many people within or around Raila Odinga, and they've told me that Raila Odinga is going to be on the ballot. The last option for Raila Odinga is to support someone else. And if Raila Odinga were to support someone else, I doubt if he's going to support, let's say, Omtata. I doubt if Raila Odinga can support Martha Karua. The person Raila Odinga can support is only one, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So that's the only person I know Raila Odinga can support. But is that a viable option for Raila Odinga? So in my view, Raila Odinga has those options. So which ones do you think he can go for? Should he run? Should he support Ruto? Or should he support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as part of their initial agreements? And out of all those combinations, which one do you think can deliver the presidency? Supporting Ruto or Raila Odinga running? Or if not Raila Odinga running himself, let's talk of Raila Odinga supporting Kalonzo. Which one can win the presidency? So that's the first question we need to ask ourselves. What is Raila Odinga's game plan? What are the options available? The second question which I want us to ask is whether Raila Odinga can actually leave the AU seat. Because, you know, Raila Odinga is running for AU and the options there are two, or the outcome are two. He can either win or lose. Let us begin by a case where Raila Odinga win the AU bid. Do you think Raila Odinga can leave the AU to come and contest for the presidency? Because I've talked to so many people and they've told me that William Ruto is going to do everything possible, everything within his power to ensure that Raila Odinga becomes the chair of the African Union Commission. So that the moment Raila Odinga will sit on that seat, he will feel the power, how powerful that seat is, and therefore he will not attempt to leave the seat to focus again on Kenyan politics. So the question is, do you think if Raila Odinga were to win today, do you think he can decide to come and run for the presidency, leave the seat and run for the presidency? Because we know that Jacob Zuma's wife, previously the chair of AU, at one point left the seat and went and contested for the presidency, which she lost. The other guy who was in the Gabon guy also contested the seat and contested the presidency, but after serving his term. Can Raila Odinga leave the seat midway? So assuming he wins. The next option is in case he will lose. I've seen most Kenyans praying and hoping for Raila Odinga to lose the AU seat. I want to assure you that should Raila Odinga lose the AU seat, his option is going to be one, to run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. Because if he won't run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya, then he will be irrelevant, politically speaking. And running for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya after losing would mean that either he will need to get the support of the mountain to win, or maybe fall out with William Ruto. So I don't know how that's going to play, but that's something which is there. So Raila Odinga has that option in case he wins and in case he loses. So the question is, can he really leave the AU seat? The third question which you can ask there is that what are Raila Odinga's chances of winning the presidency in 2027? Because we know that in 2022, Raila Odinga had high hopes of winning the presidency. In fact, the only thing he lacked was the deep state, which he managed to get through Uhuru Kenyatta. He still did not win. So the question is, what are his chances? Again, takes us to the same speech in Vihiga, where he attacked Rigathi Gachagua, because most people have always told me that this is the best chance for Raila Odinga to win the presidency, because the Kikuyus will vote for him to support, to punish William Ruto. That in 2027, the Kikuyus will really support Raila Odinga to punish William Ruto. But Raila Odinga in Vihiga attacked Rigathi Gachagua. But we all know that Rigathi Gachagua is currently the most popular politician from the mountain. Let us listen to Raila Odinga attacking Rigathi Gachagua.
Muliona juzi mtu mwingine anabweka kule. Anabweka tio, timeweka mitego. Nimeweka mitego kila mahali. Hawezi kupenya. Hawezi kuingia mahali yote. Simuliona hiyo jamaa? Simuliona? Mitego haina gani? Tendawili. Mtego wa panya kuingia waliomo na wasiokuwemo. Halo. Mtego wa panya kuingia waliomo na maana yake ni nini? Nini? Hii mtego iliwekwa kwa panya, lakini kwanza mwenye mtego aliwawa. Kuku, mbuzi, ng'ombe, hiyo mtego ya Gachagua. Aliweka mtego kule kwa State House. Anawekea baba mtego. Ati hakuna mambo ya handshake. Hakuna mambo ya mzumukati. Ako wapi sasa Gachagua? Ako wapi?
So there is that Kikuyu factor. Can the Kikuyu vote for Raila Odinga? If they were to vote for Raila Odinga, then Raila Odinga's chances are going to be very high. The second question is, can Raila Odinga consolidate his bases, which he's trying to do? For example, in Luo Nyanza, they voted for Raila Odinga to the last man. Can they repeat the same? In Luo Nation, can they still vote for Raila Odinga? In the coastal region, can they still vote for Raila Odinga? What about the young people? Of course, the young people voted mostly for William Ruto in the last election, but can they vote for for Raila Odinga again in 2027? So if Raila Odinga can consolidate his base, I don't think there's going to be a problem. But the biggest elephant in the room for Raila Odinga is what I call the Gen Z factor. After the raid in parliament and after the Gen Z-led protest, we all know what happened. Raila Odinga intervened, and most Gen Zs felt that Raila Odinga ought not to have intervened, and therefore they are very angry and bitter with Raila Odinga up to now. But that's a question. Can they vote for Raila Odinga? So which means for Raila Odinga to win in 2027, probably he needs the support of the Kikuyu nation, even not fully. He needs to consolidate his base, and of course the Gen Z factor, because remember, William Ruto is currently the president of the Republic of Kenya. He can do whatever he wants with the state machinery. And the last question which I want us to ask, what's the future of the broad-based government in the eye of Raila Odinga's speech yesterday in Vihiga? Do you think William Ruto will now start changing how he's interacting with Raila Odinga? I just want to ask that. And maybe, can Raila Odinga support base? Vote for William Ruto in 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, let us get your opinion on this matter. And there's another thing I want us to talk about, especially in that Vihiga, from that Vihiga event. Until that time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.